So a new program for conditional loop. So I test do while, so do while loop as it is written. So end program do while. Since I'm explaining, therefore I'm reducing the number of comments. So as a professional programmer practice, you should use the uh, comments, right? So let me save this program. So save always in the directory to get the highlighting. So I save it as a Fortran free form source file, right? However, I'm using the structure of fixed source file, right? So be while dot for. So we have got the highlighting. So let me work with the default option. So earlier we did that okay, let's define a counter I equals 0, right? And I said, okay, print yes. And then I say it has been written for once, so I equal to I plus 1, right? And then I say okay, Pyas and I value, okay, Pyas I value, okay. Pyas is written here if, for how many times? Here's okay, I value of I. So then if I is less than or equal to 3, okay, then go to 20 and else go down. And this is something I would like to do here. So this has become a structure. This was something we did earlier. Let's test it quickly. We know its response. So from the same directory, I write d77 d while dot for minus o d while dot exe. So there are no problems. It has been corrected, compiled instantly. D while, so it is going to execute. Plus is written here 0, plus is written here 1, 2, 3, right? This is fine. So, however, this can be done in a different way as well. You can have this if statement earlier. The other structure is that, let me delete this one, do the same task, and I write here earlier if statement. I write here if I is less than or equal to 3. If I is less than or equal to 3, then write this one, right? I plus 1, and then go to 20, and then here and if. So if this is true, then perform this one, and before ending this loop, go to 20, whereas I write here 20. This is the other modified structure, which is for the same purpose. So let's check whether it will work, if it works or not. So again, compilation. Okay, there are no errors. It means the structure is equivalent, but this will be confirmed when we test. So let's test. So exactly similar, right? So this is the construction of a while loop. The third variety, which is the structure of modern Fortran. with the word while. So while is going to contain the if and go to. While, rather it is written do while. Do while I is less than or equal to 3, no then is required, and no go to is required, and instead of and if, it should be and while, right? So while word, the key word in many programming languages that has very similar structure, which is used for writing journal conditional loops. So while this is true, so we can go for this calculation. So CLS, not CLS, compile again and do while. So there is some error, not the end while. So earlier it said end while. So program requires a correction. It should not be end while, it should be end do, right? So don't be afraid of errors. Just make an attempt to correct it by carefully working on, carefully reading the errors, right? If you cannot figure that out easily, consult someone, consult some book, some reference, and stay testing, right? So, so yes, that was the error. So I recalled, I consulted my memory, right? So D while, so equivalent representation. So go to structure with if statement, they are used for constructing the conditional loops, right? This can also run a different form. I start it from 5 and I say if I is greater than 3, greater than 3, whereas I value is going to vary with subtraction, right? So I can construct a different type of structure. You can test that what kind of values of I will appear now. So it will start from 5, then for 5, 4, and then for 3, it will work. But we can confirm it. So it worked for 5 and 4 because it was for greater than 3, right? Right? So for greater than 3, when its value was 5 and 4, it was fine. There is no condition of equal, therefore it is very nice. Right? So that's very nice. That's very nice. Conditional loops can be constructed with the help of with while statement or with the go to and if statements.